Hello everyone, welcome to part 8 of the build series of the sc10 factory team short course truck. Part 8 is going to be consisting of pretty much the final part of building the transmission. Part 7 I went through the build process of the diff. Now we'll be continuing and finishing off the actual transmission housing, like transmission case and so forth. So what we'll need are obviously the necessary parts. So what we need to get out are this is the top shaft. You also need the idler gear and bearings and so forth. So let's get them out. Alrighty, so what we need is the right hand part of the idler shaft, so place the bearings in. Place bearing. Yeah, these are the same size. Yes, they're all the same, so that doesn't matter. Bearing. Okay, repeat the step with this side. Because this is an off-road kit, when you're running in dirt, especially when you got high-speed bearings like this, it pays to periodically do a rebuild on these sort of kits. Some people say, oh, you don't really need to do that, it's not necessary. But if you want, especially in like a racing situation, if you want it to be, running at its optimum, well, I mean, you got to maintain it. I mean, maintenance is also a vital part of the hobby. Now we put on, this is a top shaft spacer, because this top shaft is where your spur gear and slipper clutch attaches onto. Okay, so we'll put that on there. Now bearings into the idle gear. And the shaft. Make sure it's running smoothly. Yep, nice. Alrighty. Now, one of the things, it doesn't say to do it in the manual here, but one of the things I do like to do is I do like to have a little bit of grease on the excuse me, this, like on the gears, just preventative maintenance, especially like with metal parts here. Like, I mean, there is a bit of grease on them, but I personally don't think there is enough. So what I like to do, also when you're putting the diff in, take note of which, when you're putting in, make sure that the screw, when you tighten it, is facing that way. So this is, whoops, it's the right hand side of the diff housing or the transmission case, so make sure the screw is pointing out towards the right of the kit. Make sure that's in. Now I have to put that bearing back in. Don't know how that came out, so we'll just put it back in. Interesting. Okay, right, so get a little some grease. Don't need to put ton. Ooh, seem to have broken the actual container that it comes in. You don't have to put it all on. Put a decent amount on. Just work it around with your fingers, like so. Okay, so that goes in there. So we'll put that in. The bearing's going to be a pain in the butt. Okay, so we'll put that there. Same thing, idler shaft. All the grease seems to be coming out. So again, with the finger, like so. Oh, try not to let it fall. Sorry about that, everyone. It seems that while I was busy talking, my camera decided to have another spaz attack. So fortunately I picked up on it. So basically what we've done is we've put grease around the gears and installed them, and when it cut out, I was just about to install the idle gear in, and then I've just installed the top shaft. So all the ball bearings are where they're supposed to be, and so basically, like I said, you don't have to put a lot of grease on, but it'll be like that. That's how it should look like when you're building it. All right. So now the next part is to just put the other half of the casing together. Like that. Easy peasy. Alrighty, so now we have 3 washers here and we need 3 screws. So one, two, 3. Okay, so bolt goes through there. Yeah. Bolt through there. And bolt through there. By the looks of things, this will be for the motor plate. Okay, so we need, okay, so is that the right one? No, it's not. It'll be this one. Yep. So okay, next part is, this is the motor guard, important part, stops the motor from getting wrecked. Yeah, make sure you have it round the right way, like so. Obviously we'll need to change the bits. Okay, this is going to be fun. I do have it round the right way, don't I? Yes, I do. So it's just going to be a bit of a fight. There we go. That's that one. To put it in loosely, so this makes it easier for the other screw. at least when you're watching this video you have a rough idea of all the difficult bits in building it, and you will know what to expect. Okay, so we don't need the lower parts yet, so that's that. Okay, so for the motor plate. Now, while I am thinking about it, what you will need is some thread lock. This is Zap brand thread lock. I like using the Zap stuff. For those that don't know, I fly model aeroplanes and I like to use the Zap glue personally. Yeah, make sure you have this round the right way. Okay, so it goes on like that. Little thread lock, not a lot. No, wrong one. Bit more thread lock. Actually, to be honest, I think what we will do is use the thread lock, put the thread lock on it like that there. That way when we put it through, it doesn't get wasted on the plastic. And also helps if I use the right screw. Durr. Alright people, that's the transmission, and stay tuned for part 9.